4 years after dinosaurs have been released on the central area, people have needed to conform to their presence. The Mosasaurus is seen pulling a fishing boat down in the wake of getting its enclosure of fish with its jaws. Many individuals have passed on from dino-related occurrences, and keeping in mind that many figure the ancient creatures ought to be completely killed off, others have tracked down a way in the underground market to sell and convey caught all of ancient creatures illicitly. The public authority gives control to BIOS in Hereditary Qualities, an organization drove by Lewis Dodson, Campbell Scott, with the guarantee to keep the dinosaurs held at a safe haven in Italy's Dolomite Mountains to additional exploration them for drug purposes. News inclusion likewise takes note of that Maisie Lockwood, Isabella Message, has vanished after her real essence as a clone was unveiled. At an office in Nevada, Claire Deering, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Zia Rodriguez, Daniela Pineda, save a child dinosaur from an unlawful rearing site. They join Franklin Webb, Equity Smith, as they get away from in a van, however safety officers pursue them until the three figure out how to lose them. Franklin and Zia tell Claire they can never again keep this kind of work up, and keeping in mind that they support Claire in her undertakings, they are moving on to occupations that are more secure for them. Some place close to the frigid mountains in Nevada, Owen Grady, Chris Pratt, is riding a pony to fight a huge dinosaurs. After he's finished, he returns to the lodge that he imparts to Claire and Maisie, as he and Claire are currently her new parents. Despite the fact that Maisie likes to wander from home and witness the dinosaurs ashore, Claire and Owen attempt to keep her concealed for dread that somebody is after her. This makes her get irritated with them, and she has additionally become inquisitive about Charlotte Lockwood, whom she was cloned from. Sufficiently sure, soldiers of fortune drove by Rain Delacourt, Scott Cloudiness, are keeping an eye on them in the forest, Maisie being their objective. Not a long way from the lodge, Blue the Raptor has biogenetically repeated a youngster, who Maisie later names Beta. They go hunting together. In Texas, 2 youngsters are pursued by a colossal multitude of beetles. This is brought to the consideration of paleobotanist Ellie Sattler, Laura Dern. She examines the ranch where the beetles went after and gobbled up every one of the harvests. Ellie is let by the youngsters' mom know that the adjoining crops, which were immaculate by the beetles, are planted by Biosyn. Ellie reunites with Dr. Alan Award, Sam Neill, who is working with other trying scientists. She carries a caught insect to him and makes sense of the circumstance, expecting that assuming that they spread, they might wreck the pecking order. Alan and Ellie figure that Biosyn probably made them so their harvests are that remaining parts. Ellie needs to get DNA from one more beetle at the Biosyn asylum and requests Alan's assistance. She was at that point welcomed by their close buddy, Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum. Regardless of showing some reluctance, Alan eventually consents to join. Back at the lodge, Blue and Beta happen upon Owen, Claire, and Maisie. They are completely shocked to see Blue has become a mother. The soldiers of fortune before long take their action and catch Beta. Maisie rides her bicycle across the extension and is additionally taken by the reprobates. Owen sees this and gets Claire to pursue them. Claire says she realizes who can help them. Claire contacts Franklin, who currently works for the CIA. He assists them with getting data on Delacourt and guides them toward Owen's previous associate at Jurassic World, Barry Semben, Omar Sy, who can assist with taking them to any place the soldiers of fortune are taking Maisie and Beta. Alan and Ellie show up at the safe haven and meet Ramsey Cole, Mamoudou Athey, Biosyn's head of interchanges. He acquaints them with Dodson, who guarantees they are chipping away at something progressive and pivotal. Alan and Ellie are accompanied to find Ian giving a talk. A while later, he goes along with them and watchfully lets Ellie know that the grasshoppers are for sure a piece of an evil plan by Biosyn. In the meantime, Dodson meets with Dr. Henry Wu, B.D. Wong, who has since become repentant of his activities in aiding make a big difference for these tests, as he takes note of that the grasshoppers have developed at a disturbing rate. In Malta, a partner of Dodson's, Sonoya Santos, Deacon Lockman, calls him to say that Maisie and Beta have been moved independently to Biosyn HQ. Owen and Claire likewise show up and rejoin with Barry. He carries them to an underground market dinosaur ring, where creatures are being sold, eaten, or compelled to battle. Claire meets Kayla Watts, DeWanda Shrewd, a pilot who flies for the sellers. She cautions Claire about screwing with anybody there, however in the end consents to assist Claire with tracking down Maisie. As this occurs, Owen and Barry stay stowed away and witness Delacourt meeting with Santos to carry Atrociraptors. The two stand up to and battle Delacourt and his men. Owen orders him to say where Maisie and Beta are, and he simply gives him Santos' name before he gets eaten by dinosaurs in the battling ring. Claire battles Santos and discovers that Maisie is set out toward Biosyn, and she surpasses a free dinosaur prior to joining Kayla. Barry captures Santos, yet not before she sicks one of her dinosaurs on Owen, who is riding a bike to find Claire and Kayla. He figures out how to get onto Kayla's plane similarly as she is preparing to take off with Claire, and Owen utilizes the bike to knock the dino off the slope and into the sea. Maisie shows up at HQ and meets Wu. He makes sense of for her that while she is a clone of Charlotte's, she is likewise her real little girl since she brought forth her. Maisie watches video film of Charlotte, Elva Quaver, and sees when she was pregnant with Maisie. Charlotte experienced a hereditary infection, yet she figured out how to modify Maisie's DNA to eliminate all hints of the sickness. Wu trusts that by concentrating on Maisie's DNA, he can turn around the insect flare-up by changing their DNA. Alan and Ellie slip into the regulation space for the grasshoppers to get a DNA test, similarly as Maisie attempts to escape with Beta. Dodson sounds the caution, which makes the insects swarm around Alan and Ellie, yet they figure out how to get out securely. They meet Maisie, who can say for sure what their identity is. She goes along with them as they run. They are found by Ramsey, who consents to help them since he views Biosyn's work as unscrupulous. He sends them away in a monorail to somewhere safe and secure. Ellie lets Maisie know that she knew Charlotte as an understudy, and says she was a splendid and kind individual. In the air, Kayla's plane is gone after by a genuine Quetzalcoatlus, constraining Claire to discharge and fall into the trees after they tear her parachute. Owen and Kayla collide with a close-by ice lake. They endeavor to securely advance across it, however are pursued by another dinosaur. The two make it across without a moment to spare and go to migrate Claire. She gets down from the tree, however needs to unobtrusively sidestep a Pyroraptor that has been following her in the woods. Owen and Kayla stow away as the T-Rex shows up to eat, yet she is held off by a Giganotosaurus, a lot bigger hunter. They figure out how to get to Claire. Alan, Ellie, and Maisie are clearing their path through sinkholes and find dinosaurs going after, inciting them to run until they make it outside. In the interim, Ian verbally smacks Dodson around for his activities, and Dodson fires him. Ian works with Ramsey to return to Ian's companions. He assists them with getting away from the dinosaurs by liberating them from the Nook. Dodson then burns down the beetle lab to annihilate proof. The flaring grasshoppers break free and start flying out of the dark. Alan, Ellie, Ian, and Maisie endeavor to beat a huge dinosaur in a van, however are thumped down a slope. Fortunately, they land close to Owen, Claire, and Kayla, rejoining the previous two with Maisie. Claire additionally will meet Ellie while Owen meets Alan. The gathering is then followed by the Giganotosaurus, who nearly gets Maisie, however she gets away. Ian battles it off by tossing a consuming material into its mouth. While the legends work on a break plan, Biosyn begins to catch fire, constraining the representatives to escape. Dodson endeavors to grab his work, and Ramsey lets him know off one final time prior to leaving. Dodson endeavors to move away in the monorail, yet is cornered by a triplet of Dilophosaurus, who make a dinner out of him. Beta happens upon the legends and is calm so they can securely bring her along. They are likewise found by Wu, who has figured out how to change the grasshopper's DNA to stop the spread. Similarly, as the gathering readies their leave, the Giganotosaurus returns, yet is then gotten between the T-Rex and a Therizinosaurus. The people escape to stay away from the dino battle, and it closes when the T-Rex drives the Giganotosaurus into the Therizinosaurus hooks. After getting back to somewhere safe and secure, Alan and Ellie revive their sentiment and later head to Washington, D.C. to affirm against Biosyn. Wu's work is a triumph and stops the insect spread. Owen, Claire, and Maisie get back and rejoin Beta with Blue. Prior to withdrawing once again into the woodland, Blue offers one final look with Owen. One last voiceover declares that dinosaurs and people should adjust to coincide.